It's Wednesday today, which means it's time for another Global Campus blog post. And today we're going to be talking about the podcast area, okay? And it's called A Little Bit of Genius, okay? We're going to be looking at the podcast area, okay? So as you can see here, we've got our Global Campus up and running. And if you look up at the top area, we've already had a little look at the online safety. We're going to move over to the right, and we're going to click on the podcast area. Okay? And the podcast area is going to take us to a podcast series called A Little Bit of Genius. Okay? We started A Little Bit of Genius last year and as you can see, if we go down, you can see already there is season 1, series 1, which was where you can listen to the last season's podcast here. You can also start to look at series 2 if you've already had a look at series 1. But let me show you what it says here. It says, do you need a little bit of genius in your life? Hosted by NAE students, North Anglia students, this podcast series features interviews with a range of special guests, including industry leaders, artists, athletes, and educators. So, if you click on the different areas, you'll be able to see a little bit more about what goes on with A Little Bit of Genius. Let's have a look. So, here are the first 9 episodes. Okay? From episode 1, Daniel Gilbert, all the way up, we've got Lord David Putnam. We've also got Kisham Chan as well. So we've got a lot of different characters here who are being interviewed by NAE students. Okay? Now, let's go back here and have a look at the next season. Okay, here we have series 2. And look already, we've already started. There are 8 episodes already to get your teeth stuck into. And we're also going to have a go this year at making our own and contributing to the podcast series. Okay, so we're also going to be doing that. So look out in your Global Campus lessons for a little bit more about that, making our own podcasts and creating them as well. But, so as you can see here, we've got our Little Bit of Genius area, okay? Again, if you click on the podcast area, it will come up straight away, okay? It will come up straight away when you click on that podcast link there, okay? And you'll be able to access Series 1 and Series 2. My challenge for you this week is to have a go, access one of the podcasts, comment on one of the walls, and receive a badge. So pick a podcast. For example, maybe you would like to start with Series 2, Episode 1, Bertrand Piccard. And here we have some more information about Bertrand Piccard and what he was. He was, a record-breaking explorer and balloonist from Switzerland. Okay, so if you press the Listen Here button, the podcast will begin here. Okay, and then you can press play, and as you can see, the podcast is about 19 minutes long. Okay, so you can click on that. And then you can even comment on what you've heard. And if you leave a comment on the website, you also earn a Global Campus badge. Okay, so I really hope you enjoy the podcasts. Check them out. Okay, they can be found up there on the podcast button. Well worth having a look and listening to all the different special guests and people that have decided to be interviewed on the podcast series. Hope you enjoy, and next week we'll have another Global Campus weekly blog update. Stay safe, be well, and see you next week.